Hello everybody, my name's ActionPacked and you are back here watching another episode of Wishlist Wednesdays. Today we're on episode number 25 going over the giant ideas. Of course, in Black Ops 3 Zombies we are going to have a DLC map called The Giant. Now this DLC map comes with collector's editions and I assume they'll probably release it later in the DLC season for everybody to actually purchase or just play around with. But that's something we'll have to wait and see about. Of course, that's just my idea. But we're going to dive into your ideas for Derice remastered and remade kind of ideas. And a lot of you guys had some really excellent ideas and concepts. A lot of you guys want to see a lot of the old things we had in Derice and just open things up, have things a little bit different, and do things maybe a little bit better in a certain means. So hopefully you guys enjoy the ideas. Be sure to let me know down below which ideas were your favorite. And before we get into the ideas, I just want to say that I didn't really organize these ideas in any specific order. I didn't order them from like least best to, the best or anything. They're just in the order that I chose them. So anyways, let's get into our first idea by DePacman 2012. He says, I would like to see the closed area upstairs by the Thompson opened up. Now I gotta say, in the gameplay here, I wasn't really sure what he was talking about, so I just kind of showed you the entire area around the Thompson by the catwalk and a few different areas upstairs as well. So he also says he would like to see an Easter egg that is the cut perk from World at War called Ammo-matic. Now, if you guys don't know what Ammo-matic is, you guys should definitely do a Google search and maybe type in like World at War Ammo-matic zombies, and you'll find out exactly what it is. But any hardcore zombie fan will know what that is. And having that in the game as an Easter egg and then clicking on it while it says out of order, that would be absolutely epic. He also says that would be a cool Easter egg, and 4 people liked his comment and enjoyed the idea, so this idea definitely deserves a spot in this video. Our second idea is from Rasta Mouse, and he says, I hope the map is more up to date and not as destroyed, since it is right after the trailer's events, and maybe it will slowly be destroyed over time. So basically my interpretation of this comment is that really every map is kind of apocalyptic, it's destroyed, there's a lot of debris everywhere. He wants to see a kind of map that's maybe a little more cleaned up, and then as the zombies are spawning in and as the zombies go throughout the rounds, maybe they just kind of naturally go about destroying the map as they attack you. So maybe that, as well as, it just starts to deteriorate as time goes on throughout the rounds. I think that kind of dynamic map to see would be pretty cool to see. But he continues on saying that it would be something unique to zombies because all of the zombies maps that we've been provided so far have pretty much been destroyed to some degree. He would also like to see older weapons return to the map, especially the flamethrower, just because yes. But I completely agree with this idea. I think it's a pretty solid comment. Getting into our third idea, we have Jared Davis, and he says he would like to see the Wunderwaffe 2.0 in there. Now, what he means by 2.0, obviously, is like a remade Wunderwaffe that we haven't had before. Now, I think, let's see, we've had the DG2. If you upgrade it, you get the DG3. So maybe if we've had like the DG4, DG5, or something completely bizarre we haven't seen before in zombies, I think that'd be pretty cool. Our fourth idea by Bono1470 says, the PPSH you cannot go wrong with. It's a classic fan favorite weapon for slaying zombies. Now I completely agree. I think a lot of people really want to see the PPSH in Black Ops 3 Zombies if given the opportunity. So I think it's probably a good shot that we'll see it in the giant map anyways, but I think it was worthwhile mentioning in this video. Our fifth idea by the Toad Group says, my idea for the giant is a Richtofen 1.0 turning into a boss zombie that respawns every 5 rounds. Now if you guys aren't familiar with Richtofen 1.0 or the original Richtofen within the Giant trailer, which was the older Richtofen, he is the Richtofen 1.0. So he's referring to that Richtofen. If he were to have, obviously he died in the trailer, if he were to become a zombie after that and become a boss zombie, that would be really cool. So seeing him maybe like lead a pack of dogs or lead a bunch of other boss zombies and attacking you during a certain round, I think that would be pretty solid. Now our next idea by Joseph Despoto is very similar to Rasta Mouse's idea that we mentioned earlier, but there are a few different details that I want to point out about Joseph's idea. So he says, bring back the classic World at War weapons. I'm sure a lot of ideas come to mind, such as the MP40, PPSH, and STG, and other weapons, even some classic Wonder weapons like the Thunder Gun and the Wunderwaffe would be good to have in Derice as well. He says a lot of people would probably agree with him. I personally agree with that as well, kind of both thoughts there, but I think having classic World at War weapons and classic Wonder weapons like the Thunder Gun and the Wunderwaffe and other nostalgic things like that would maybe be too much nostalgia. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love nostalgia, but a lot of the same kind of old classic things all in one map, I think personally might be a little bit too much. It might be a little off balance there. I think they should definitely throw in a lot of classic things, but maybe too many classic things might be a bad thing. You know, too much of a good thing could be a bad thing, and you guys might not see that until it happens, or till something like that happens. You guys may have an experience in your life where that's occurred, but you know, personally I think that might be a little too much of a good thing. But I like the idea. I think it would be cool to have in a certain map, but is it right for Derice to have all these different classic things in there and maybe not too much innovation? Who knows? We have to wait and see, of course. But our last idea here says, it's by Nomo828, and he says Takeo should be able to use this sword at his side. Of course, that is his katana. I've been hearing people for ages say, why can't he just grab the katana at his side and use that? Why can't he just use that as a melee weapon? Now, if we were to be able to have like unique melee weapons for each of our characters, like we saw in the Origins trailer way back when, I think that would be wicked. That is something a lot of people wanted to see for a long time. I'm sure the developers know it. Whenever they're going to do it, it's like, I can't even say they're not going to do it. They have to do it. When are they going to do it? I don't know, but they definitely need to do it. If you're a developer out there, do it. Listen to me. Do it. Anyways, that concludes our ideas for this video. If you guys enjoyed any of them, let me know your favorite down below in the comments. And then the next episode is going to be our YouTuber special. It's not going to be an episode where I'm actually taking in any of your guys' ideas for this video. So if you guys just want to leave whatever you want down below, what you enjoyed about the series most, what you liked about this episode, what you guys want to see for the future of the wish list when I have it return one day, just let me know all of that stuff down below in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys sometime tomorrow.